Hello everyone and welcome to Global Outlook. I'm Mary Sitt. Today we're going to talk about a subject that's hard to hear, something that's a global issue from Thailand to Turkey and right here in Houston. It's child sex trafficking. It's an issue that affects every race, every gender and socioeconomic background. Here to tell us more is Angela Lipsey, the co-founder of Enslaved No More, a rescue organization for children of domestic sex trafficking. Angela is also National Account Executive for CSSI and has worked in the real estate, medical and fashion industries. Thank you so much for being with us, Angela.
Well, thank you for having me.
Okay, it's hard to even say the phrase sex trafficking out loud.
Yes.
How real is this problem and where is it?
Well, domestically, 100,000 of our own children, 100,000 of our own children here in the United States are trafficked every year.
Wow.
That can just give you a little bit of an idea and a little bit of a number that it's right here in our own backyard.
And when you say
it's real.
children, what's the age span?
The average age is 12. The youngest that we've known so far is 4.
Here in the United States?
Yes, here in the United States.
Oh, this is horrible.
It is.
And when you say sex trafficking, is that sex slaves or what do you mean by that?
They're two the same.
Okay.
They're the
So
same.
children who are held against their will.
Yes.
And they just disappear, their parents don't look for them or can't find them, or how does that happen here?
Yeah, it's typically what happens. Sometimes they're groomed at a very young age because a lot of folks will ask, how come they don't leave? Why are they still there? How come they're being trafficked if they don't want to do it? And I mean, that's a big hurdle that I have to overcome when I'm trying to do awareness with folks. The thing is, there's a lot of these men that prey on their insecurities, their weaknesses. That's why there's no socioeconomic background, no race, gender, anything that it doesn't affect.
So there might be an 18-year-old man who starts grooming a 10-year-old girl, becoming her friend.
Exactly.
And then as she gets older, then he says, why don't you come away with me? She thinks it's a love relationship, and it's not.
Yes, there's many ways I do that, and it typically involves drugs. Typically, they steal them.
On drugs, really?
Yeah, they steal them, drug them, take their clothes, their everything they own away.
And
the
parents
they
can't find them, Angela? It's like they're a runaway, they can't find them? Or?
They can't find them.
That's horrible. How did you get involved in this?
It's funny. I actually was on a flight, like most of us. I did not think it happened here in the United States. I didn't even think children were ever involved in sex trafficking. I never would have imagined. And I read an article from Linda Smith. It was in a book that she had called From Congress to the Brothel. She visited Mumbai on just a trip, and she was touring the area, and she saw these little girls in the window, as young as 3 and 4 years old, with tattered clothes, filthy, and they had numbers across their forehead. Upon asking what those numbers were for, she found out those were children being trafficked. Men would literally walk by, pick a number, and that's what would happen. And it really did something inside that made me really be passionate about, I cannot believe this is happening. Lo and behold, I learned that's right here in the United States, and Houston is one of the biggest hubs.
Angela, you have a group called Enslaved No More. Tell me what you do to help combat this problem.
What we do is awareness. We raise money and awareness all over town and give back to places like Hope House, Trafficking Hope, Love 146, and many other organizations that actually help get these girls back, help them, clothe them, feed them, get them back to society, because these are broken souls if they ever make it out. The average lifespan is 7 years old. 7 years in captivity. They're either going to get killed by their John or they're going to get killed by the pimp.
In 7 years? Oh my goodness.
Within 7 years.
And these are just like nameless people. I mean, people, they're just sort of off the charts. They're not under missing children's, that organization.
Well, they can be, but they're these men, it's a circuit underground that's so dark and shady, and there's actually high-end officials involved in this all over the place. So, I mean, it's very scary, and nobody wants to talk a lot about it. So.
When you say high-end officials involved, you mean involved in the criminal part of it?
Right.
Not in preventing it.
Right.
That is scary.
Yeah, yeah.
So your group raises funds, and then you give that money to organizations that actually have the hands-on help to the young girls.
100% of the proceeds go to it. And the biggest part we love about it, other than helping, is people walk away sometimes in tears because they had no idea. They think, I have a daughter, I have a son, because it happens to boys too. It could be them.
So we can find out more and learn how to help by going to your website.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for being with us today. I'm Mary Sitt, and thank you for watching Global Outlook.